Hello viewers, this is my Maruti Suzuki Swift ZXi plus AMT. That's quite a long name by the way. I'll take you on a drive and I'll try and tell you a few of the things that I like. Now I have to add this here. Alright, let's just get inside the car. It's a voiceover I am doing in case you haven't noticed. Alright, let's start off. So this is a car that I've had for almost a year now and I still haven't come to terms with. This is a car that I'm trying hard to like. But we'll just start off with a few things that I like about this car. First off, there's the way it looks. I like the way the car looks. I like the fact that there are many curves, lines. It is Japanese. It's like a proper Japanese super mini, which I like about it. I like the LED headlamps. I think they look fantastic on this car. I can't think about any car under 10 lakhs which has such good looking headlamps. The other part that I like about the car is the way it handles. Now you get a lot of criticism saying that Maruti cars are tin cans. I do agree that they're not the most well built. But the fact that the vehicle is light, somehow we have the perception, especially in India, that if the vehicle is heavier, it tends to be safer, which is not always the case. Again, I know that the NCAP rating for the Swift was really bad. I agree with that, but at the same time, I like the fact that this car is really light. When a lighter car always handles better than something that is heavy, especially under braking or cornering. You can always feel that when you have less mass to move around, it makes things easier. And as for handling, the Swift is a car that I have found which is one of the most entertaining chassis. It can do a bit of oversteer, unlike a lot of hatchbacks where it understeers. The Swift will oversteer, like a lift-off oversteer. If you are getting a little aggressive on the corners, you can feel that, and it's kind of entertaining and fun. Also for comfort, it's not the most comfortable hatchback, but while I was testing other cars, I found that the Swift was better than I expected it to be. The Swift does not have any badging, any chrome, and no fake vents. That is from the factory. That's how it comes. I know that Maruti Suzuki sells a ton of those chrome bits and pieces, and a lot of people buy them. I don't like them, but I like the fact that it doesn't have any badging on it. Other than the Swift badging, it doesn't go with a variant name or anything. And a lot of cars nowadays have fake vents or even fake exhaust pipes. Even something like a Mercedes, and I like that this doesn't have it. Right. Then there are the features. Alright, so it has auto headlamps, which I like. Again, it's not something that I really want in a car. I can flip on the headlamp when it gets dark, I know that. But at the same time, when you enter a tunnel and the headlamp turns on, especially with those pretty LED headlamps, I like that. The other part is keyless entry. Now again, I do not mind turning the key fob to start the car. But when you couple the keyless entry or the push button start with the keyless entry, it kind of works fine. It allows me to leave my keys in my pocket without having to take it out. I can get in the car and start it and drive without using the key. Then there's Android Auto, which doesn't seem to work all the time, but it's fine. It's a nice addition to have. At this price point, I know there were other cars also that have similar options, especially from Tata nowadays. You get a lot of well-kitted cars. And then there's the audio quality, which is decent. I'm not an audiophile. I'm not somebody who is looking at the finer aspects in audio, especially in a car when you get a lot of road noise, you get a lot of wind noise. And I know that it's an expensive affair to make it really good. Again, I know Tata cars have better audio system, but this is decent enough. In terms of features, you also get things like height adjustable seat on the ZXi variant, I guess, and the ZXi Plus variant that I have as well. You get a good climate control. I like the flat bottom steering wheel. So yep, it is well kitted. Although I do realize that there are a few features missing on the Swift when you compare it to something like the Volkswagen Polo. Coming to the engine, I like this engine. It is probably one of the last naturally aspirated engines we might have. When I was younger, while growing up, a car with a turbo engine is supposed to be more powerful, sporty. But nowadays things have changed. It's a bit like turbo engine is used to add efficiency to the engine, and turbos are efficient. But when you have a naturally aspirated engine, there's a certain raw power delivery that you enjoy. Alright, so when it comes to the power delivery of this engine, I have always enjoyed driving a slow car, an underpowered car, fast, because you are almost always on the limit if you want to enjoy that sort of thing. Now, when you have an engine like in this K12B engine that we have on the Swift, which is a small lightweight engine that really likes to rev, it can go to around 5500 rpm, which is not too high, but the way it gets there is interesting. It will go, and because it is low on torque, it kind of feels engaging to drive that way. And it has a decent exhaust note, I would say. And if you open the engine bay, you can see that it's really tiny. The engine itself is tiny, and you can see those exhaust port. It is not like your intake port in Alfa Romeo cars, which are really beautiful, or like the Honda VTEC, but it looks alright in this. And what else do we have? There should be a bunch of other features which maybe I can discuss some other time. I think that's it for now. So these are few of the things that I like about the Swift, and I will come up with another video where I tell you why I still hate the car in spite of having all these things which seems to work well. Alright, I have to mention here that this is the AMT variant, and AMT is one of the things that I cannot come to terms with. Although I have now got the knack of driving it, or the knack of getting the AMT to agree with what I want to do, but it's still frustrating. What else is there to talk about? I like the curved windshield of this car. So when you look from above, especially, you can see how the curved windshield is. It does have a little bit of Mini Cooper in it. I would say a lot of Mini Cooper, which is fine. Mini Cooper is a fantastic car. That's the interior. You can see how the layout is. It's pretty modern. It's pretty interesting. And you have the climate control, the Android Auto. The center console is slightly tilted to the driver. And I hate the fact that the volume control is not a knob and it's a touch slider. That's your window controls, auto up and down only on the driver's side window. The start stop switch, you press it and it starts. Yes, and the top speed of 220. I don't know why it is there. It doesn't go that far, but yeah, it's kind of fun. So that's it for now, and I'll probably make another video explaining what I do not like about this car. Thanks for watching. Cheers and bye.